Good afternoon, everyone. Margaret Brown here with Michele Schina, and we are here to talk to you about money and marketing. Basically,
Hi, Margaret.
hi, I'm well. Last time we had our session, we were dressed alike. We had very similar, and I almost wore my blazer that's in that pattern, but I'm saving it. So
Good to know. We should plan this moving forward, or maybe we don't.
So Michele and I, before we jump on, we talk about the topics that we're going to cover, and we just kind of chit chat and between ourselves. And we were having a great conversation, and we were like, let's go live. People need to hear this. Michele just said, and this is what prompted me to go live immediately. She said, we have to be unapologetically real. And Michele, what did you mean by that? Tell us.
Sure. So as you know, a CPA and an advisor and a business owner, and sometimes I question the messages I convey, myself, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I have a great level of confidence in the work that I do and the knowledge that I have, but still I'm human, right? And I sometimes get worried about my delivery on, topics that are important to my clients and my staff and even my friends. And so my goal is to continue to, enhance who I am as a person in conveying and being communicative with integrity, and doing so in such a way that I'm real and I'm unapologetically real. And I don't want to upset people. That's my MO, Margaret. I don't like upsetting people, right? But if I try to control someone's emotions, then sometimes I miss the opportunity to tell them something that could really make a difference for them.
Yeah. Well,
so
what did you say?
I said, so that's my goal. That's my goal for 2021. Yeah.
Well, and I think also as experts in our field, people can feel a little bit, what's that word? Intimidated or embarrassed by whatever state they're in and where you are.
That's right.
I know, just you being a CPA and knowing you for so long, there is no way at the very beginning I ever wanted to talk to you about finances, because as a business owner, unapologetically real, my finances as a small business owner were a mess. I was commingling accounts. Where there was money, and then it was my money, it was the company's money, whoever, as long as money is there, great.
Right.
But I know that that's not how you run a successful business. And I'm so glad to have people like you in my life who show me the way. But it was until I started to talk to you more to even feel like I could say these things to you and ask you these questions, like in your online course. Super easy way to work with you when I'm not having to work with you. You answer those questions. And so anyway, I think being unapologetically real is really important. I know people come to me and they're like, oh, don't look at my social media. Don't. And I never want people to feel that way. I am never judging someone by their last Instagram post. Like, yes, I know that you could use help. I know that I could help you, but at the same time, I'm not there. I don't live to find your faults in marketing.
No, absolutely not. You live to support businesses to be better in their marketing, right? Just like I am here to support businesses to be better in their financial health and in their financial well-being. And the bottom line is, we're here today talking about money and marketing. We do this every few weeks now, and we love it. And, if you haven't learned from us yet, being with us, or if you're new to us, one thing you really want to see and who we are as, Margaret and Michele and, marketing and money is that we're human, we're business owners, and it's not only about the practical things we could teach you, right? It's about the mindset and the attitude that you take to being a business owner.
Yes.
And to Margaret's point, I'm going to say, whoever's out there that does things like we're doing, our advice is quit it and just ask for assistance in these areas, because you'll get to the next level for sure. Don't be afraid to tell us what's going on, or your accountant or your marketing person.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And Michele took the lead today to just come up with our topics. And I don't have to worry. I know she's going to bring something up that is so relevant and timely. And we want to talk about the O word.
The O word. Drum roll, please.
Oh my God. Okay, Michele, when you were thinking of all the topics that we could talk about, when did you land on optimism?
I actually, in being completely authentic, yesterday, because I, been participating in a series of professional seminars and educational updates, so that, to gain that knowledge, I need to work with our clients. And one of the key takeaways in a virtual presentation that I attended yesterday is, and this is how the gentleman said it: optimism is the infectious disease. It's an infectious disease. I mean, just think about it when you hear that, right?
Mm-hmm.
COVID has brought us, many of us down. Sometimes it can feel like a black cloud over you. There, some challenges going on, but the reality is optimism is infectious. Mm-hmm. And what that initially made me think of, Margaret, was our last Facebook Live, when I was dealing with some challenges prior to our Facebook Live. You were so peppy and giddy and so optimistic, and you brought me into a space where I wasn't. And it was amazing. And I completely forgot where I was before that. And it's real. It's just, optimism is so infectious. So if we can start a pact here, you and me and those that listen into us, like, let's, where we can, really work to be optimistic and think of things that, where the glass is half full, as entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. I love it. And optimism sometimes is, well, first of all, let me back up. I've heard people say COVID is killing the American spirit. It's killing the person, not just Americans, it's obviously all over the world, but the spirit of people. And so I think it's important. I'm like, I don't care where you run into me, whether you're at Target or at the park or here online, like, I am going to help just bring some sunny skies. And it is not all sunny skies for me, right, Michele? And we've talked about that on Money and Marketing. We talked about personal days where we're like, I just did not feel like, I just felt like mud, the things that we're all going through. Everyone's going. I talked to someone today. I haven't seen my parents in almost a year. I haven't seen, it's heavy, so heavy. However, there are some things that we can gather from this. You know what I mean?
For sure. And, when we talk about being optimistic, or when I hear that word, first of all, it really, I don't know, I get pepped. My eyes get wider. There's a smile, that comes onto my face, because it's not about being completely ignorant to the circumstances around us, right? However, we can't change our circumstances. We can only change how we relate to them. Mm-hmm. Right. And so there's, I had to say that, right? Because sometimes someone can mistake optimism to be fake. And
Oh,
neither,
yeah. That's
right,
what I was getting at. Yes.
right, neither you nor I are fake.
Mm-mm.
So, I just had to put that out there.
Yeah. No. I 100% agree. Sometimes it could be looked at as fake or just, something that you're trying to muster up in you. But it's really looking at optimism and just looking at the opportunities around you. I was telling my husband, Brian, I said, I feel like 2020, my life has been, I got the reset button. Like someone just hit the reset button. And I'm also going to tell the world right now that I lost 30 pounds in the past few months.
Oh, congratulations.
I
Yes.
don't know if I told you that.
Wow.
It's not something that I'm talking about. Like, it's a huge thing in my personal life, but at the same time, like, my business is really what I talk about mostly online. But these are things that I feel like I was able to do, lifestyle habit changes, because I didn't have a lot happening. Wasn't traveling for work. And you know what it's like traveling for work. It's like all you do is go out to dinners and, have all wonderful meals that are not healthy.
They're not healthy, and there's no routine, right? The routine is out the window,
Right.
particularly when you fly as frequently as you do to the East Coast from the West Coast. Time zone changes.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, the only thing I can eat is Chick-fil-A. But anyway, I'm just saying there's been a lot of good that has come out of 2020, a lot of terrible, but staying optimistic. And we have some examples even in our own life. Do you want me to share the one I told you about?
I'd love for you to share the one that you told me about. And I also like to leave our audience with a way to build optimism for themselves.
Oh, I love it. Mm-hmm. So I will tell you that our Socialize LA will end 2020 40% less in revenues than in 2019. 40% is a really long time. Is a lot of money. a long time.
It's a long time and a lot of money.
Yeah, it's been a long year. And so you might be thinking, well, what did you do? Did you let people go? I have a team of 6 contractors. And guess what I did? I looked at my money because it's organized. Thank you, Michele. And I said, I believe in my company. I believe in what we're doing. I believe in the businesses that we are supporting. And I'm not just going to, sulk in all of this. So what I did was I said, I need help in these 2 areas. So I hired my first 2 employees, payroll and everything. Like I am 100% an employer in the state of California. And so with 40% loss in sales, because of the amazing support around me, honestly, like the amazing support, I just knew I'm just going to double down on my company. And that's what I've done. So I've spent more in hiring, you have to equip people with tools and softwares and it's been amazing. And it has changed the culture and the dynamic of my company. You can see it in our social media.
That's wonderful. I mean, I think that's great work. And there's this new theme, a new question that's coming to my mind, and no disrespect to Amazon out there, right? But I think to myself, what would Jeff Bezos do? And so, as small business owners, it's our time to take our piece of the pie. And the way that we're going to take our piece of the pie is we're going to double down. We're going to get smart with our numbers. We're going to, create effective marketing plans, and we're going to make investments that we need to build our businesses. That's the way we will, get our slice of the pie. And we have to do it in a smart way, right? Which you did.
Mhm.
And if I heard you correctly, I just want to summarize it. It's like you were at a point where you didn't really have a handle on your finances. That was when we met years ago.
Mhm.
You've turned that around. You use your financial information to make business decisions.
Mhm.
And that financial information isn't always going up, right? But you can review it, you can use it and review it to make sound business decisions.
Mhm.
And you build out your staff so that you can do the things that you need to do to build your business and hand off tasks that you don't need to be doing right now. It's perfect. It's scary. I mean, it had to be scary, right?
Oh my God.
Not scary, uncomfortable.
Yes.
Right. If
And
we're not doing things that make us uncomfortable as business owners, well, something's off.
Something's off.
That's right.
Yeah. We have to be, I think that when I've talked to people about it in the past month, I say, it was just a calculated risk.
That's right.
I'm still in the calculated risk, everyone. I'm not out of it. However, I shared with Michele that because during this year, rather than just, hiding under a rock and, feeling sad that, clients had to pause or cancel, again, we doubled down on everything we're doing. We do money and marketing now with Michele. We do a monthly speed networking with meetingnerd.com in New York City, an online event. And we're doing all of our own programming. We have our membership. We have all of these things happening, and we just kept going, even if the business wasn't necessarily there throughout the year. But because of that, we stayed top of mind, and we just lined up a couple new contracts for next year that it's going to be a really great way to start 2021. And I know that had we not continued to learn and to be on the front lines, the people who referred us the business would not have remembered, or they would have wondered, are they in business? Are they still, I don't see them active. People wonder that. That's why your marketing is so important. Active marketing is so important.
Margaret, what you're making me think of now is another, what I'll call a possibility, like a way of being that is ever so important in today's day and age. And that is, you are passionately relentless. And that is also, very infectious as well. You keep going, no matter the circumstances. And again, to get our piece of the pie, you need that right now.
You do. You need that always, but right now, you really need it.
That's true. That's very, very true. It's not just now, but now especially is so important, right?
And thinking about those, there's a lot of people now who are entering the entrepreneurial small business workforce because they've been laid off.
That's right.
They're not going to have an option. And so I want to say that should light a fire for everyone to say, well, I need to make sure, because now there's just going to be, and I'm excited for these people who are going to find, new opportunities in small business ownership. I was going to say membership.
I am as well. I'm very excited.
But, for those of us who have been doing it, we just have to keep getting better. Like, let's not stop. Another thing that I'm working on is my woman-owned certification that I've been putting off for years and years.
Yay!
So, these things are hard. They are. Things can be hard. Things that are on our to-do list, hard. But we can do this if we just put our mind to it. If we're relentlessly passionate, like Michele said, we're going to do big things. And surround yourself with amazing women, with amazing people. again, Michele and I, Michele, tell them how we met. Some people might have already heard this.
Have we talked about Nabo? I don't know. It would be surprising if we had. No, just kidding. JK. So do we say, is it 6 years ago?
Yeah.
A women's business, a Nabo women's business conference. I mean, I would just say I was enamored by Margaret. She's so, you can't see all of her bubbliness now, on screen. You can see some of it, but she's, such a positive, passionate human being. And it was great to just connect with Margaret at a NALBO Women's Business Conference 6 years ago. And we instantly became friends and just kept pushing and kept thinking about ways we could work together. And we, brought some ideas to the table and they didn't necessarily pan out. And then we brought more ideas to the table and we just knew one day it was going to happen. We did complete a client job together, and now we're doing this work together on money and marketing because of the importance of the two topics. And, our spirit is one that says you blend these topics. And if you can't blend these topics, then not that you're bad, but that you'll still grow, but you won't grow as fast as you do if you blend these two topics.
Yeah. You'll miss things.
That's right.
As I was missing things when my finances were disorganized, as Michele would probably say, she was missing things when her marketing wasn't where she wanted it. It's just, you just miss things, and a little bit of guidance is what really makes the difference. One thing that Michele and I really have in common, and we didn't know this right off the bat, is that we love what we do as a service provider. When we come into a business and help the marketing department, help the financial department, but we also enjoy teaching, which is a weird combo.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody has that passion to teach, and so we do both have our learning modules where people can join our learning. She has a course, I have a membership. And if that's where you wanted to start, you could do that. But Michele was just talking. Do you mind if I mention what we're doing in January?
Oh, please do.
So Michele and I, we wanted to bring together for a couple of hours anyone who wanted to start the year off right with their marketing plan and their financial plan. Obviously, in a couple of hours, we are not going to solve all of your problems. But with the guidance that you're going to get, we're going to have a really great worksheet and workbook, and we'll be there guiding you and holding your hand as you prepare. You are going to find that you're going to have some game-changing activities that are going to make your new year amazing. And we're doing this online, obviously. In the show notes, there's a link, and you can sign up to learn more. This is going to be on January 19th. So we will have the landing page all up in the next couple of weeks. But we just wanted to give you an opportunity to ask, to put your name in, just so you have all the info you need when it comes out.
Oh, that's great. We're super excited about that event in January, and we look forward to having people be with us.
Yeah, it's going to be really great. And we're going to make it interactive, but we're also going to make it, working style. So you'll have minutes to actually work on something, because you and I know it's important that when we are learning, that's awesome, but we also need a minute to implement. So we're going to be putting in the implementation right away, so that way you have you have something done when you leave us that day.
That's right.
Yeah. So we'll give you all of that information. We will have another Money and Marketing on December 22nd. So everything will be up by then, and we'll go through the layout of the January 19th event. Does that sound right, Michele?
That sounds great. I'm so excited to be able to share, with our audience on the 22nd.
Yeah. So I can share the cost with you. The cost will be $97. That'll include all of your materials and the day with and that those sessions with us. And then we will share with you on the 22nd how you can attend at no charge. And so yeah, I think that
Stay tuned for more info.
yeah, or give your email and you'll be the first to know because I'm sure it'll launch before that. And then I believe that there will be a limited number of seats just because we want to be able to work one-on-one with people. So we will let you know what that is, but you're the first to hear about it right now. So you're good. Did I miss anything?
What's that?
Did I miss anything?
No, I think that, provides some good context. And what I would add is, this program, has really come out of our commitment to help, train and develop our entrepreneurial community in planning, right? Focused energy on planning for their best results. And that's why I'm so excited to have this conversation in January with our attendees.
Yeah, absolutely. And there will be other opportunities for our attendees to even join us on a money and marketing. And we can just hear your aha moments and you can tell us about your business. So we also want to help, bring some spotlight to the, the people who trust us. We want to bring some spotlight to you as well. And so we have a lot of fun elements to the money and marketing that are now coming upon us. So
yeah, we do, for sure. There's so much more we could talk about, right? We try to keep these conversations to a half an hour.
yeah.
We're together, and there's definitely a lot to talk about. And so we're hopeful that we'll get into greater detail into some of these conversations in January.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that's it. That's a wrap for today.
It is. Well, it's awesome to be with you again, Margaret. And I look forward to meeting again here on December 22nd.
Sounds good. See y'all later.